Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Dominus, Octanes, and Phoenix, to another championship day. Today we'll have the Challenger and the Elite. But as Caster 1, sitting next to Caster 2, we have Wicked, and on the desk producing, we got Taz. So, Wicked, how you feeling tonight?
Man, I'm feeling excited. I'm happy. I'm ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a great night. We have two amazing series coming up. We're still waiting for Elite to finish up their semifinals, which is going to be happening time now. But for now, we're going to be focused on Challenger.
Focusing on Challengers, indeed, and I'm pretty sure you were the one that brought it up. With Squalls has made it, I think, a couple times. I think they even made it one time when I was in Chally, but they have never won a finals in Challenger. And the same for the Pygmy Sperms as well for the well defense.
Yes, that is correct. From what I know, both players, all players on both teams are looking for their first championship on their belts here tonight. So it's all for this is all the marbles right here. This is the last game of the season for both of these teams. All these players that are going to be playing here in this Chally finals. Going into the team stats on the season, right now you got the Squalls, who are number 1 seed in Solar, Shamu being the GM over there. And you had the Pygmy Sperms, number 6 seed in Lunar, with Dylon being a GM over there. Both of these GMs, very notorious GMs for building championship teams. So I'm really super excited to see the results out of both of these teams. And looking more into these player stats, you got the Squalls that are number 1. You know, they were riding number 1 in Chally all season. They were tied with with Lilac, who are not that got swept in wild card. And the Pygmy Sperms are almost even on the season there, Carnage.
Yeah, it's one of those weird things. I think it happens almost at every tier where Solar just, they have a clear right favorite, and you're like, yeah, they're going to win it all. And Lunar is like a scrapyard. You're always fighting, always pushing each other. But I think that's what makes it so beautiful here, because I think we've seen a couple Lunar teams come out of that way, where just like, number 6, number 8, but then they just either completely annihilate or they take it to the number 1 team and don't give them anything nice here. But I would like to go for the goals 4, where they're almost actually sperm, or the pygmy whales actually go up a lot on the shots, but they do give up quite a few goals, and the Squalls are very stingy, as we can see there on the defensive halves. So it's gonna be a cat and mouse game, because we got the stats, we got everything here, but Wicked, when you get to the championship day, you throw everything out the book, because they're just gonna go after each other. They might not even play the same way that we're looking at these stats here.
Yeah, man, I have to agree with you. And, there's a lot of players that, you go into playoffs, it's like it's playoff season, baby. It's all everything on the line. You lose, you're done. And it brings out a different player in somebody. These regular season stats do not describe anything when it comes to these players. They play in a whole different form. And they like I said, they play all out. They know that when they lose, they're done. So I think we should jump over here to the individual player stats for both of these teams. Looking at the Squalls, you got Cloudgg, Sykxz. We're gonna call him Sykxz tonight. Way Too Lucky and Trippin are one of our notorious casters here tonight. Well, not tonight, but he's a notorious caster in RSC. So looking at their player stats, you got Cloudgg with 60 goals on the season. That's a lot of goals in a tier out of an individual player, with 173 shots on net with a 34.68 shooting percentage. Definitely somebody to keep an eye on here tonight. And I'm going to let you take it over for the Pygmy Sperms.
Looking at chat, Shamu has corrected us. It's called Sykxz. It's a lot of letters, but it's just Sykxz, the number 6. But looking at the Pygmy Sperms, those shots, you're almost hitting they're going to hit 200 tonight. One of them probably will hit 200 tonight. But so is quantity over quality for this. The Squalls rather get the goals versus a whole bunch of shots, and the Pygmy Sperms are just going to hammer you until you either give up and wear down, or they just force it through you. But as we can see for the Squalls, it looks like they actually got a pretty solid rotation. Something's not working. They're quick to switch it up here, versus the Pygmy Sperms, who might just ride out all the way through Game 7 if any team gets it that far. But the other stat that's kind of eye raising is only 1 or 2 players shoot below 25%. So like 1 out of every 4 shots, we might get a barn burner here. And I know the GMs are just, sitting here just looking at the stats, just praying that somebody on the other team has a bad day.
Definitely, I have to agree. And I mean, these guys had a whole entire almost like half a week to kind of take a break, so they're kind of coming in here cold. They had scrims, but looks like we got all the players in the lobby. I think looking at these player stats on the regular season, I think it's all going to depend on what they can bring to the field here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to take the green light and go into game 1 of the 7-game series. And we might not have 7 games, but first to 4, you get those 4 wins, you get the championship. Let's get started here in the kickoff in game number 1.
Right now, we got Cloudgg and Turtle going right after. It's going to be a kickoff play here. One's going to pop it over one, try to get over a second one. It's going to be a pinch all the way back to the net. Almost gets punished early, and they're panicking. It's what we talked about. This is their first championship for everyone here, and they are seriously panicking right now, but it looks like they stabilized, going right after them. A demo's trying to come in. Doesn't come through. Sykxz gets bumped off. It's going to be an open net. No, it's going to be denied, but they're running out of boost quickly, and they are stealing it. And Orange is now locking them into their half. And right here, if they can get to the ball, but one is going to get up real quick. And right now, these challenger players are going right after a wicket. Usually, when you get fresh players into a championship, it gets a little slow here, a lot of boomer ball. But they're coming right in, so they must have had a great scrim here.
Yeah, definitely. And you see right here, oneplayamaker bringing in the first goal in the series with a nice little air dribble. And now oh man, that's just what a play there by oneplayamaker from the Pygmy Sperms as he gets the first goal for the Pygmy Sperms. You talked about that nervousness here. I'm noticing that they're not playing a lot of boomer ball. They're actually both teams are keeping the ball super close to each other, trying to get a good possession. Try to bring something downfield as oneplayamaker gets his second goal, and this dude is just shooting 100% right now. Carnage.
And like we said, the Pygmy Sperms are going to shoot a lot. And right now, they're up 2-0. And right now, you would think they were the #1 team coming out of Lunar. But right now, technically, you have to tell them they're the #1 because, they're in the finals. But let's see if they get one quick one right back here. No, the Squalls heave a prayer. Turtles are going to try to keep control of it. Sykxz is going to get dunked, but keeps it in the half. Mike can get a goal here. No, cut out quickly. And now they got him on the back foot. They're trying to sneak it in. Can't get a sneak in. Now, right now, everybody except one player on the orange has no boost. He's trying to wave that to get to. He's looking for the 50. Can't get the 50. Gets around playamaker. And right now, the Squalls are doing everything in their power to keep them in this half because that's what's going to take because you cannot let the Pygmy Sperms get out because they're up 2-0 and they're feeling it right now, Wick. And to be honest, I think everyone's kind of playing their game, but right now the execution is we're shoot until we score, and the Squalls are trying to be surgical. And if this is how this series is going to go, they might have to switch it up and switch it up fast.
Definitely. It's still the first game in the series. They're still. I'm pretty sure. Being a #1 team like this, they're going to feel out their opponents. They got some time. They don't want to take too much time, but they got a little bit of time on their belt. So oneplayamaker might have an open net here, but Sykxz is going to be able to get back to deny another goal there for oneplayamaker, getting a hat trick. And this might be a shot, and that's a shot on net, and another one coming in. And what a save! Double save there by Impact Reaps. And the Pygmy Sperms are just absolutely putting on a defensive clinic as well as an offensive clinic as you see a shot come out by Impact Reaves again. And Sykxz is going to bring his ball downfield. He's looking for an open net. He has it. Total Supreme there to save the ball as he brings his ball downfield, looking to set up another offensive pressure opportunity for the Pygmy Sperms as Way Too Lucky denies him on their side.
Yeah, living up to the name of well defense, Dylons has a lockdown challenger team right now. Again, it's just game 1, and who knows? They might just be like Sykxz is going to bring it up, and it's going to be a touch in by Way Too Lucky, the dominance touch. And honestly, Wicked, these challenger players have a lot more mechanics and ball control than a couple players probably above them right now because every touch has a purpose here. And right now, just under the halfway mark, they get it back in 2-1. It looks like it's going to be a kickoff play here because one player didn't even go back for boost. Steals a half boost, and here comes their third. They're going to set it up. TV looking for a double. One's going to try to get a dunk and does not get one. Does Turtle put it to the back wall? Yes, he does. It's going to be a corner down. He might actually read it, but it slides across. Reaper steals a boost. It's going to go right back after him. They have them boost starved. for the moment being, and Turtle's going to try to beat him. Turtle does beat him. It's going to be a layoff. First to get to the ball will be Squalls, but he's going to throw his body into him, knock him off the ball. It's going to be a dunk through. Someone's running out of boost. He's going to use the dominance as a wall. And again, the Squalls avoid going back down by 2. And eventually, Sykxz is touching every ball. He's being the playmaker. He's trying to get the ball through. Cannot. Cloud was just going to try to read it wrong. One's going to throw it in a fake. Gets a bump on Sykxz, and Sykxz is going to let his teammate corral the ball. They're kind of bunched up here. It's going to be a one-on-one play. Actually, 2-on-1, 2-on-2. It's going to be a shot to the back wall. It's going to be a 3-man play here. The dunk does not go through. They have no one in there. Sykxz takes a shot with no boost to try to keep him in. This might be a fast break. It's a wave dash versus boost. Gets a bump on one. The bump comes through, and Turtle gets the goal. And that is pure communication right there, Wicked, to get the bump and Turtle to just wait just a second for his teammate.
What was absolutely crazy was oneplayamaker making that run downfield to get that ball to go in the net, and way too lucky trying to Goomba stomp him. But even then, oneplayamaker did a really good job in comms talking to Turtle to get that ball to go in the net because he knew he was going to get bumped, and Turtle was just there to clean it up. And now the Pygmy Sperms are looking to secure game number 1 with a security goal there. And as you were saying, you know, Dylon living up to the well defense name. I mean, you've been seeing a lot of good 50s in the midfield here by the Pygmy Sperms as that gets saved away. That was almost another goal there. And we have 30 seconds left. Cloudgg looking to bring this ball down. Way too lucky, setting up, way too lucky, reads the pass in. And now there's a 1-goal game. There's a possibility that we might have an overtime here in game 1, Carnage.
Less than 30 seconds. It's the same play, except a different player passing to him. Maybe they need to start from the left side and throw it across to the right. Hopefully they got a kickoff play up their sleeve, and actually it's going to go straight to 1. 1 is actually a little bit awkward here. That might beat him, doesn't beat him, and it's a good touch out. It's going to force him, but only has 0 boots. Here comes way too lucky. Way too lucky wants the bad read here. Doesn't get the bad read, and now they have to throw everything at him, and here we go. The last 5 seconds. 1 gets a dunk. It's free. No one's in the net. Playmaker will get his hat trick and possibly seal the deal for game 1. We still have 3 seconds. There's a lot on the line here, but Playmaker just ultimately put the dagger for it, and hopefully it's enough to keep the death blow right here, Wicked, because Cloud might have a kickoff play.
I'm laughing right now because that goal that Playmaker just did, he got a hat trick in his game number 1, which is absolutely insane coming in a championship game like this and getting a hat trick. But this dude, it was, oh, never mind. I was looking at the wrong stats. It looked like when I was looking at the stats, it looked like he had three goals and 2 shots on net. So I was going to say, man, this dude's breaking barriers right now in this championship. But he's shooting 50%, which coming into a game like this and starting off super hot with 638 points and getting an MVP for the Pygmy Sperms. I almost said Pygmy Whales. We have the Pygmy Whales because Epic is just, I don't know what's going on with them, but they like to star out the Pygmy Sperms for some odd reason and not let us have any fun here. But the Pygmy Sperms had a really good start in this game, in this series, and I mean, now you're gonna sit here and think, if you're a Squalls fan, what do the Squalls need to do to break apart this stellar whale defense? You know, I'm pulling out the dad jokes now.
I think you on the Squalls, all 3 players did everything they could as a team, and I'm not saying the Pygmy Whales didn't do it either, but I mean, Playmaker has 3 goals. He has 6 shots, 2 saves. You might want to start, playing a little bully ball where you pick on one player and force the other 2 to really step up and see, what's it about? Is it going to be a one-player show, which we've seen a couple times on stream, or is it really going to have to take a whole defensive load and just move him out of the net, move him out of the play? Because he's won every time we watch him. He's won by every 50, and his last goal was a 50 into the net.
Yeah. He was definitely like playmaker. He's setting up plays. He's kind of living up to the name, but he's setting up plays for himself a lot of the time too, because there was a couple individual efforts that he had as he's bringing the ball individually downfield, starting off another offensive onslaught for the whale defense. And I feel like Dylon next season needs to change his franchised whale offense with the way this team is playing. One playmaker taking us individually yet again. Way too lucky, denying him. He's had some time here. He's going to try to go for an air dribble. Turtle there to challenge him and deny him of anything to get the ball downfield. And now you're seeing the... and that's a shot by Impact Reaps. What a slot by Impact Reaps. And here we go yet again. The Pygmy Sperms getting the first goal in this game like they did last game, and they got to win. So, I mean, anything can happen here. But now the Squalls are kind of on the back foot. They're trying to be sitting there contemplating, what do we need to do to break apart this team?
And actually watching their rotations, they are playing the same rotation where one person harass while the other two waits. It's going to be a quick shot, but Cloud's going to deny them the 2-goal advantage. Now to look for infield passes. They're going to hit him with a 1-2. Is the third man going to come take a shot? No. He got faked out, but he hasn't played. No, that's a soft pass. It might get picked off to the other side of the net. Can't TV read it? TV can, but Turtle says, I can read it. But it gets read by Sykxz. And right now the Squalls, everything they want to do is just not being executed. So I don't think it's that the Whale defense is playing that good. I mean, they're winning. But it's more of execution. The Whale defense has the same game plan, but they're executing it. And it's going to be a low shot. Sykxz is going to get him off of way too lucky's fake double here because he got it and he had enough boost to try to get back, but it just kind of floats away. And Sykxz calls the bluff and goes under TV there.
And what a shot placement there by Sykxz too, going low, knowing that the last defender was jumping up for a save that might have been popped up in the air. And that's a team up there in the midfield by the Pygmy Sperms. And Cloudgg, he's going to rally this ball up. He's going to go for an air dribble, pass it down to Way Too Lucky as he gets 50 into midfield. This ball is coming back over. Sykxz gets a good 50. Turtle off the ceiling, steals some boost. He's looking to set up a pass as Impact tried to get a shot, and there's another team up in the midfield, and looks like the Pygmy Sperms are getting a little too comfortable as a shot comes on net. Cloudgg looking to set up another infield pass, and playmaker passing down to Turtle. Turtle's going to rally this ball up, looking for another pass, and Sykxz is there to deny it. And now it looks like the Squalls are starting to get a little bit of a footing, trying to figure something out.
Oh
no! Way Too Lucky was just sitting on that midfield boost, and that's just led for an open net and a big 50 by Impact Reaps. And Turtle was there to just steal the ball from Impact, and he's just like, nah, you know what? It's not stealing, it's securing. So now we have a lead again for the Pygmy Sperms.
And the Pygmy Sperms keep trying this one kickoff play. I'm actually excited to see if they actually pull it off, but they almost get a goal here. And here comes the onslaught. Here's another one. They're going to throw all three at them and beat them. It's a goal. They covered all three phases. They covered the top, they covered the bottom, and the lower. There was nowhere he could go. And it pays off, all or nothing. And before I could even get it out, I was going to let you know that Playmaker had a hat trick, and he's sitting at 14 points. His teammates are actually doing doing the work now. But right now, again, it's efficient. She gets over 1-6, gonna go for the flick. Oh, Playmaker just gets it, but here comes the double save. He's gonna try to pick up the boost because now he's gonna have to challenge Way Too Lucky, but Way Too Lucky loses complete control of his car. And then actually he might be punished for that. It doesn't get punished, but here comes TV. TV's gonna bounce it right off to the corner. There's a low boost here, but they're gonna throw the tired 3-man offense out of no boost. He's gonna look for the corner still. Oh, he missed it, but he says ball over boost, folks, and this is what you're trained. Ball's gonna Sykxz is in trouble. He might get dusted. He might get demoed. He will get demoed. And I think he saw it because he started trying to do like the weird drift around. And he couldn't tell if he wanted the ball right there to back up, and Turtle caught him lacking. 3-2 in this game too, Wicked. These teams are pulling out every play in the book.
Name change, ladies and gentlemen. Name change. Turtle Supreme. Take that man's name. Take Playmaker's name away from him. Setting up that play for that demo was absolutely insane, as that's another play for Way Too Lucky getting a shot on net as it gets denied. Impact Reaps banging the ball down. Looking for a redirect for Turtle. Turtle's feeling himself right now. And Impact Reaps last back with boost. One thing I've been noticing with the Whale defense and what's been really working for them on defense is that they send two people forward and have one person sit back and look for boost, and it seems to be working out for them. This might be a double tap opportunity by Turtle, and Impact jumped with it as well, so Playmaker is back last. He's looking for a double off the wall to relieve some pressure as he gets it. A pass to himself, he bangs the ball back downfield. Turtle there, rally the ball back up, keep the pressure going, looking for an infield pass, does not get it. Impact Reaps was trusting. He rallies the ball up, and that's another double commit. One playmaker keeping the ball on the half of the Squalls. And the Squalls right now are trying to figure out, maybe we should start 50-ing them in the midfield. We got a goal out of it earlier in the game. I think that's what we need to start doing, is start 50-ing in the midfield to look for them goals and opportunities and bait them out, because it seems like they like to send a lot of people forward as playmaker, try to get a 50. Turtle. This might be a shot, and Wifty's coming out. Impact has no boost. He's looking to get a 50, and he gets a beat instead. But right now, we're coming to 30 seconds, Carnage, and what do you think is going to happen here in the last 30?
Like I said, it's just a Squalls execution. I don't know if it's like a last-second calm, because half a second is all it takes to mess it up. Right now, Turtle's feeling he's going to drop it down to play. Playmaker's gonna take a shot, but Cloud's gonna keep him in it. They still need to keep it just like this. Remember, folks, it was just like this going into game one, and they gave one up at the very end. But they gotta get out of half. Nothing will get started. If that whiff is not gonna be, Playmaker's just gonna kill some time, play a little fake, but it might cost them if Sykxz can just get the ball up. The pass play's not working. They're gonna take game two. Oh, wait a minute. The ball's gonna stay up. They might get it. Turtle's trying to kill it. Impact's still 100 to keep it up. The Clouds are all under it right now. They're just floating under it. They don't have enough boost. They got to read the touch. And the touch is going to be too far out. And it's going to go straight to the Pygmy Sperms, holding them off again. Except no late goal this time. One playmaker went from being on the bottom to the top with 3 saves. He's like, I can play defense just as much as I can play offense, but this time it's a team effort.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that, Carnage. Playmaker is just all over the field. These 2 games, you know, the last game, he was on the offensive side. In this game, he had a goal, but majority of the time was spent on the defensive side. So he's showing everybody that he can do both, which is really good. It just shows that he is an all-around player, and that's essentially what you need out of a squad. So now we're sitting here and we're thinking, okay, now the Pygmy Sperms, they have 2 wins. They need 2 more to get a championship. What do the Squalls need to do? Right now, they haven't made a sub yet. They're sitting there crunching numbers. All the players ain't readied up. The captain right now, he's way too lucky. He's talking to his team. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, they make a change up here. Maybe looking for some more demos to kind of open up the Pygmy Sperms a lot more. You know, like you were saying earlier, start beating them up more. You know, open some stuff up.
Yeah, if I was the Squalls being down 2-0, it doesn't feel good. I understand you're down. There's no timeouts in the RSC, so you have to roll with the punches. And if I was them, this is probably the time where you actually, here comes Trippin.
Yeah, Trippin. They made a sub.
You had a quick sub on us, but this is where you got to start playing a little bit more basic ball. They're kind of beating us in the air, bring it down. Sykxz is going to get up to it. But I think it's more of the nerves, because we see the ideal. And actually, one player's gonna try to get the bell. He actually slips it around him. Playmaker looking to be MVP of this series if they escape this one. He's looking for a middle shot, but then just tapped it the other way. Cloud is left reaching for the Cloud. This is 1-0 quick again for the Pygmy Sperms, and Wicked every game. Before the 1 minute mark has went off, for like they get a quick goal and it just sets the tone for the entire game.
What was absolutely crazy about that goal was the way Turtle, he tapped it slightly to one Playmaker, and Playmaker, when he went to go shoot for that ball, it looked like he was trying to get a bump on the defender, as that Turtle slips through the defenders on the side of the Squalls. And right now, if you're a Squalls fan, you hate to see this. It seems like the Squalls are just starting to fall apart right now on the defensive side, still trying to figure out their defensive footing. And the Pygmy Sperms are like, you know what? You guys can keep trying to figure that out. We're just going to keep on beating you guys up and keep on scoring the ball and get that championship.
Yes, indeed. And at this point, I think they have to keep the ball low, because we're watching. I'm not saying that they're not, this might be an accidental bump for our own goal. No, Sykxz gets to it. There's going to be a shot. They're going right after them again. And shot after shot. They're still in the boost, too. They have nowhere to go. But Sykxz actually gets that one. A little bit off here. Wins the 50. but right after another, once they win the 50, somebody's coming through. Somebody's gonna get the flick up. He beats one. He's trying to get it out. They're gonna let the third man try to trap it. That's the 50 they need right there. Everything's awkward. The rotation is awkward. This is where you start challenging them. But right there, it's gonna be no, it's a team block, and now you got an actual block. And the panicking is starting to set in. Sykxz has no boots. If it's beat hard, and it is, turn into one playmaker off the field. When it rains, it pours. But when it pours, this is a hurricane on storm because it's just storming on their heads. It's just one bad luck after another wicked.
Man, I had my hands on my head on that team save. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, man, you guys are trying to score these goals and get this win, and you guys aren't saving on your side, but now you're saving your guys' own shots? Like, what is going on right now? Big Demo comes out in the midfield for Playmaker. This is going to open up some more space for the Pygmy Sperms to bring more offense, as they've been putting on an absolute clinic here, Carnage. Demo comes out by 6. One Playmaker chasing the ball down, looking to get a 50. Tripping hits it around him. Turtle denies him in the midfield yet again. And I'm going to say something right now. That Turtle gets a big demo. I saw that. I saw him coming out of nowhere.
And he's still harassing him in the corner.
Yes, he is. And one thing I'm going to note about Turtle is that he's been playing really good at being a disruptor in the midfield. Now, that's a big 50 by Trippin. He defeats 2 players, and he gets his first goal here in the series.
I think Trippin took out their reading glass because he reads them perfectly, snipes them, and gets it by the second man. But I think the Squalls need to just calm down. They need to play the 50 ball because it actually is working out for them, but they also have to take their opportunities because the whale defense is just probing. Pygmy whales are probing every shot, every clear, which means they need to keep that ball close because look at it. Playmaker went up, the second 6 went up. They're just trying to read them. It's going to be a tap in, and now they're back in it. Wicked is 2-3 just with 4 seconds above the halfway mark. And this is what I'm saying. They just need to calm down because at first they were double committing for shots. But now they're just starting to, make it a little awkward here. Put it just high enough so you get a shot registered, but just low enough to where they really have to think bar down, bar in, bar sidewall, all the weird Rocket League physics here.
Yeah, definitely. The awkward shots. Nobody expects an awkward shot to come out. This is a center ball for Cloudgg, but it gets denied. And as you were saying, kind of leading on to your point, it seems like that those awkward passes to make that team awkward on the defensive side has been working for them. They've had a couple of goals in the other games where they had the defensive side of the Pygmy Sperms all awkward, as Turtle looks for a team pinch. Tripping, take some boost. He's looking to play some defense here.
Oh.
Playmaker almost got it through him. Cloudgg up. Turtle's all the way back. Gets the ball back downfield. Sykxz has to rally this up. He gets a demo. Maybe another redirect. Nothing. Playmaker looking to get a double tap, and he does. And he squeezes it in. And what a shot by Playmaker.
Playmaker with the solo goal, but we have to look back at it. We both saw it. Wicked Turtle took the first man out, and then here comes Playmaker cheating the shot there. Actually, we thought we were going to shoot first, make those off the side of the wall, and just taps into the other angle. And right now, you got to think that no matter what, they drop 2 goals, and usually that's a momentum shifter. But for the Pygmy Whales, they just trying to make it look fun for themselves, I guess. Because here comes Playmaker. He's got 100. Is he going to go for a trick here? Misses the silly, misses the ball, but it's like it's going to be a fake, it's a second fake. And everybody's running back for defense. Turtle's going to cut it out in the midfield. And does press a demo down the back line. Sykxz puts his head down because he turned on ball cam right here. I was watching him and went straight after the last man. Playmaker is eliminated from the game. 3-4, they're right back in it, but now they have to be cautious not to get too greedy here. You still got time, Wicked.
Yeah, definitely. They were getting a little bit greedy when they did put this within one deficit. It was right there. You see, they got greedy. Tripping there, had to make a quick save as he does. Now he has to keep this ball close. He doesn't have any boost here to work with. Sykxz took his boost, gets a 50. Now there's team bumping on the side of the Squalls as Reaps almost gets a goal to go for him. And now Turtle's there, looking to read this off the wall. Cloudgg wins the challenge, tripping there to clean it up. And I'm starting to notice now that the Squalls are sending a person forward to get a 50, and then they're having their second person right there immediately to form some kind of pressure to make the Pygmy Sperms absolutely just panic on defense. And now we're seeing more offense for the Pygmy Sperms. As Reeps, there's another wifty in the midfield. Playmaker looking to get a 50 through. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
The Squalls can just throw the ball back at them because they're having a third man sit so far back at midfield. So as soon as you boom it, they boom it right back to you. Because of what does that do? It just kills the time. But here's Cloud missed 100. This might prove fatal. It's a tip over. He still has 0. He needs to stay in front. Gets the 100. But Turtle's gonna tip up. Turtle looks like he's gonna go for a 50. Gets a second flick over 6. Looks like he's gonna solo it because nobody's really following. But here comes one player making from the other side. They just let Turtle solo it for the last 10 seconds to keep the ball out of their hands. And Wicked, we are looking at an improbable situation from the Squalls here, because this is another goal game where they were in it, and then they go down too fast. They go down 2-0, they go down 3-0, and they start fighting back. And for what it's worth, it's a lot for us. It shows that they're still gonna fight, but you can't. Right now, the Pygmy Whales are showing us if we get 2, you're never getting back into this game. You might look like it, but you're not winning it.
Yeah, definitely. I have to agree. And I think one thing that the Squalls need to do is to stop panicking on defense and stop focusing on that big boost, because I've noticed a lot of the players have been really just tunnel vision focused on big boosts. Start picking them small pads up. I mean, right now you guys are down 3 games and the Pygmy Sperms are on match point. So if the Pygmy Sperms win one more game, they have the championship. So now you have to do a big change here, and that big change has to come with the boost and not panicking on defense and looking for those playmaking opportunities and making the Pygmy Sperms awkward out of the goals that you got that last game. You should learn from it. So we'll see what happens. We're going into game 4. Can the Pygmy Sperms sweep the #1 seed from Solar? Or will the Squalls make a comeback and bring us to game 7?
Right here in the Utopia, one player maker's gonna go up, but Cloud's up early, trying to read him. He tries to read the 50, and it's coming out extremely quick here. And if I was the Squalls, listen, you lose this game, you just lose it. But they need to come out here having fun. You can tell it's looking a little bit stressful, but it's gonna be an open net. No, because TV couldn't even get to it in time. So he trusts the backboard to save him, and he must have paid Sykxz because it paid in his favor. One player maker's going up with 3 boosts, gets completely annihilated on that one. Cloud's going to try to follow for a 50. Can't do it. Here comes Turtle. Turtle's the man of the hour right now. He's going to go for the flick. Can't do it. You got to double commit. Here comes the shot after shot play. But now they're going to try to get right back out of it. Squalls only has no more than 120 to their name and combined total. Turtle's going to go with 7, misses it. Playmaker's going to read it for him. They're going to make it awkward for them. Here we go. Cloud's going to pop it open. It might be an open net. He's going to squeak through. No. Again, they must have paid Sykxz because it bounces out instead of where they needed to go. TP with 0. He's going to invite the 50 in here. And here comes Supreme pushing it back out, and now this is the pressure you were talking about. The Squalls need to maintain it, because if anything goes wrong here, they might be punished and punished deadly. Oh, it's going to be a demo. Actually, it's a demo for the Pygmy Whales. I didn't think Impact was going that fast.
Yeah, and now we're starting to see more of the Squalls come out on offense. So this game, we've been seeing the Squalls on offense more, but one playmaker decides to do everything himself, beat out every single player on the Squalls. And this man has been crazy. This dude has shot like 90% of his teammates' goals. He had a hat trick last game. Yeah, he's out here freestyling on these dudes. Big fella, you're in a championship game. You can't be doing these players like this, big fella. He's making this look easy. It's like free play to him.
Now he's just harassing them. Now they're up by 1, and we know how locked in his defense gets when they're up by 1. Actually, somebody hit breaks at midfield. They're running into each other. This might be a possibility here. Cloud needs to get back into the play. He dodges a demo. One player maker gets another, can't get the angle. And right now they're feeling it. Everyone's feeling it on the whale defense side. Dialogue's got to be punching the air in victory, hoping that they could just hold on here, because right now everything they're doing, but Sykxz might get with a fake here. There's going to be a team pitch to get it out before demoed, and Cloud now is going to try to apply more pressure. They got to keep it in here. They don't have too much boost. The 100 man just left. Impact looking for a 50. They don't need anything. They just need to hold on to the ball, and that's what they're going to do. Don't rush it. They're going to force them to come out. of that turtle shell, and that's going to be a random shot that looks like it's going to be a punish from Turtle. This team is throwing everything at him. And if you guys watch the major, it looks like G2 versus the Falcons, where you know the other team is just as good, but right now it's all about the momentum. Because they must have scrimmed the vet team wicked because they are reading everything and trusting each other one after another here.
Absolutely. And I mean, you said vet team. It seems like they've scrimmed the elite team of the way they're playing right now. Absolutely. Just gridlock defense and in-your-face offense is the Pygmy Sperms. As this ball might go floating in, but why am I even saying that? One playmaker there to save the ball again. Turtle Supreme gets demoed. Sykxz, this might be an opportunity. Sykxz is going to take an air dribble, misses the ball. Tripping, getting a 50. Nobody wants to go for the ball here. It just seems like nobody wants to go.
Impact was harassing Cloudgg. He said, forget the ball. You can't score if you can't even get to it. It might be a redirect too. No. And it looks like they're just having fun now because they weren't chasing people down the field without the ball. Now they're doing it. They're doing everything to be annoying. And of course, when you lose 3 straight, you're already annoyed. And now they're not moving out of the way. They're not letting you have anything for free. Cloud9's looking for a block. Gets from Sykxz. Sykxz gets the nasty angle. This could be the momentum change right here. This is the link-up play that we've probably been seeing all season from them. And that angle, it beats out TV. TV can't even believe it right there. Wicked. This is what the Squalls need. What else can they do? Because if it takes plays like that, I don't think they're going to survive this series much longer.
That should definitely be a momentum shift there with Sykxz getting a nasty angle. And now you're starting to think there's a minute 30 left as Sykxz looks to get another highlight reel shot. Impact denying that. This is an open net. Can one playmaker put it on net? And he can. He misses the ball completely. Sykxz is up. Looking to get a pitch midfield. Doesn't get it. Gets a boost steal though. Tripping, looking to bring this ball in, and one playmaker denies him, and Impact reaps. As we were saying, he's being an absolute reaper on the field right now, just demolishing everybody on the field. Like, it's going crazy. One playmaker gets a demo now. Impact reaps has full boost. He looks to bang it up forward.
Oh, he just
Tripping has
high.
no boost. We have 50 seconds here, ladies and gentlemen, and the Pygmy Sperms are up by 1 goal.
Oh, no, that's
looking to sweep, and this is an open net, and one playmaker just coming in to get security. 44 seconds left, and the Pygmy Sperms are on the verge of sweeping the #1 seed in Solar and getting their championship.
And Turtle just stopped. Usually, I would shoot that, but that's where the communication. You can tell where the communication is coming. He just stops, and playmaker just cleans it up for them. And here we go. They need a kickoff goal. They need it now. You need all you in the world because he throws playmaker to the wall, but if them on the back end, it's gonna be a 4-1. The kickoff strategies are coming in. Player look for the center pass. Seems like you wanted an air dribble. You want to bump my teammate? I'll take you out of the net. And it looks like the Pygmy Whale are gonna ride the ocean currents to a championship here.
Absolutely insane play there by Turtle in the backfield, looking for them demos. And you're playing Old Man Rocket League. Look at Turtle. He's up. He's looking for a redirect and does not make contact on the ball. And now the Squalls have to make a last-ditch effort here. Sykxz looking to put a shot on net. It takes control. It gets denied again by Turtle. Tripping, looking to set something up. Can they do it? It doesn't look like it. It's an own goal. And there's 15 seconds left. 2 goals left. It's doable. We've seen it happen in RLCS. Can it happen in RSC? Can the Squalls get the last 2 goals they need?
The funny thing is the same angle, just a different player. Maybe we just all shoot like that. Right here, you have to think about we gotta rush it. We gotta rush it no matter what. You can lose by 10 or you can lose by 1, but you need a goal here right now. Sykxz doesn't have any boost, has to win if he does, but they need to take a shot right now. There's the demo. It looks like they're going to buy time here because he's not going to bang it out too early. And ladies and gentlemen, the Pygmy Whales have took it in 4, and they took it in a dominant fashion. The games were close, but at the end, there was only one team that stands at the mountain of challenger, and that is your Pygmy Whales, Wicked.
I'm gonna correct you there, Carnage. It is the Pygmy Sperms. It is the Pygmy Whales here, but it is the Pygmy Sperms. Ladies and gentlemen, your season 20 challenger team, championship team is the Pygmy Sperms. Let's all get W's in the chat for the Pygmy Sperms, ladies and gentlemen. What a series we had, Carnage. It was absolutely insane the way the Pygmy Sperms came out. They were playing in peak performance. They had all odds against them. And honestly, looking at this, I didn't want to say anything in the series because I didn't want to cast or curse anybody, but it is always the number 1 seed team getting out of playoffs. And it just seems like the Squalls were the team in the finals that were number 1 seed, and they just got knocked out. So they got swept. And we should jump over to MVPs. Carnage, I'm going to let you take over MVPs. Who do you got?
I mean, it was a very heavy team, showing. But actually, he has the goals. But I gotta give it over to I'm gonna give it to one player, because I think the way he set tone for that first game just surged everything into him. But it is definitely a close second with Turtle Supreme, because he was very solid the first game. Those last 3 games, he just became a straight menace on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm going to go with one playmaker in this finals. I think he's well deserved of the championship MVP here. The way he played, he was all over the field, being an all-around player for this squad on defense and just putting on a powerhouse clinic on offense. I know for sure he had 2 hat tricks. I am not 100% sure if he had a third one, but either way, the way he was playing was absolutely stellar. That man needs to get moved up to rival the way he was playing in that series. He was just playing, and that whole team, I got to give props to that whole team. They were playing simple Rocket League, and honestly, simple Rocket League is the best way to play Rocket League. So kudos to the Pygmy Sperms. You guys well deserved it. Season 20 Challenger champions. And now, Carnage, we are going to be going to the Elite Finals.
Once we get all those results in, we'll go right into it. But before we take a break here, I just want to say, Dylon, Shamu, pat your teams on the back, and Squalls, hold your head high, because listen, when you're in a 32-team race for playoffs, it's a long, grueling one. It's very strenuous on the mechanics and stuff, because some people get burnt out. So hold your head high. Use this as field, because you guys might be on the same team. Some might go up, some might go down, but use this as field to get back here.
Yeah, definitely. And ladies and gentlemen, as we wait the results, stick around, stay tuned in. We are still waiting for the results from both of the teams, all 4 teams in the semifinals and Elite. We are still waiting to see which teams are going to be in the finals. But ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We have the Elite Finals coming up next. Who will be the Elite Season 20 champions? We will find out here soon.